9 months, and he's like, hang on, I want to find out how to go live. Hang on, I'm going to find out. Like,
Adam,
you're my mentor. What's going on?
The level at which I'm working tonight is so high up. It's so far above.
Should I just stream it this way? Would this help?
It's live now. It is now live.
Okay, we're good. Never mind.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna make the site have the video as well. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
So what is it live on? It is live on
Twitter under Brittlestar. So twitter.com/Brittlestar or at Brittlestar if you're hip to Twitter. And it's on Facebook Facebook.com/Brittlestar or just Brittlestar if you're hip to Facebook. And then it's going to be on ChristmasWishTree.com as well. As soon as I... Oh, God, that's me. I can hear me. Hang on, I got to turn me off. I was like, well, who's that guy? There we go.
And I can see Brent is... he's getting some pre-grading for his backdrop.
Is he?
Jesse.
Hopefully they're nice.
Yeah, saying that so far it's looking better than last time.
I've been told that they're going to be vicious. Seriously.
Much less hoarder is still not good. That's not a good rating, by the way.
You're moving in the right direction, though.
I know.
I'm terrified.
Okay, I think Gurdeep wins for depth.
Yes.
I like the room depth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know why he did that, though? He did that because he's a Bhangra dancer, and in the middle of this, when things start to dip, when he realizes people have lost interest, he'll be up on his feet like that.
Oh, I thought it was
an opportunity right there.
Adam's got some friends with him now.
Promoting
wow.
positivity has become a mission of what I do.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to put this video in here.
And I see Chris is says slightly blinded by a quick fanboy moment. Watched a lot of Jonovision.
Oh, nice.
Chris.
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
You know what the most amazing thing about Jonathan Torrens is?
His
And
hair.
there's
Is this a roast?
No, it's not a roast.
False pretenses?
That's right, exactly. We gathered you here under the pretense of a Christmas gathering for charity, and in fact, it's just going to be straight up insults. Not even a roast, just straight up insults.
An intervention. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. But your hair really has gotten amazing in the past year. Like, when's the last time you got it cut? I mean, it was pretty good before.
What time is it now?
See, this is
which one?
Okay, so I have to tell a story where Jonathan mistakenly said yes to doing a podcast series I was doing a couple of years ago, and in the email he made a joke about I can't even remember, but it seemed like a time zone joke, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I panicked and started thinking about this joke like three-dimensional chess, because he's a noted, very funny guy and very, very clever guy. And it turns out I way overshot it, and I just felt like a bigger idiot. So thanks, Jonathan.
Cool I know, and then I started regretting the moment I was ever born. And I think we out-apologized to each other, and that's where we bonded. But I was pretty clear about just using you to get close to Amber Mack, right? That was always...
That seemed to be it. Yeah, that was it, basically. And I was like,
well,
what about Ryan Reynolds? What about Ryan Reynolds? And you're like, no, Amber Mack. That's what I want.
It's Amber. We're both from PEI. We've never even talked about like where your father's from or what do you do or who do you know.
I'm gonna ask you that, but
can we do that now?
Yes. Jonathan, can you actually hear me right now?
Yes.
Jonathan, you can hear me. Okay, cool. So are you in PEI right now?
Emotionally, yes. But physically, I'm in Nova Scotia, just outside Truro.
Oh, okay.
But we just bought our first place in PEI, which I'm really, really excited about. It's a summer place.
Awesome.
Wow.
I got there last year, so we'll hopefully get there next summer if it's safe to do so. Did you buy it on the water or in the city?
Yes, we bought like 7 steps from the white sand in a place that you probably couldn't build nowadays because of the environment and whatnot. But it's a real nice part of the island. And in fact, it's a place that we're going to be renting out. So maybe, Gurdeep, do you want to speak for a week next summer right now? Maybe we could use this time to rent my new cottage out.
What is this, Brittlestar B&B?
I'll take it. I'll take it for a week.
Air B.
I would like to point out that I'm currently at my summer house, but it's also my winter, fall, and spring house as well.
And renting.
Hey,
Yes.
Renting out.
Jonathan,
Oh
And
my
Matt
God,
O'Brien has
O'Brien's
just
here.
joined. That's
I've been
good,
thinking-
Matt.
you're on mute.
Is my light
My
working?
God.
Hi,
Hey, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Does everyone know Matt? Yeah, that's him right there.
I am Matt.
I'm
I
Matt.
didn't get,
How
I
you
didn't get
doing?
dressed
Hello,
up
Matt.
for this. I didn't
Wait.
know this was a dress up thing.
Brent is actually in front of a green screen for real. I didn't
Yes.
realize that.
Yeah, see? I told you that, but that is a real picture of my living room.
Because you really
You're-
wanted to rate the room scene.
Well, it's better than a blank wall, so I figured I'd. But this is how it looks all the time. Even Elvira in the corner. I shouldn't touch that close to her, but
Okay, so we should talk about some things. Seeing as there's a bunch of people here and they're watching now, and now we're live as well. I can't see. I could probably check here. Oh God, there's hundreds of people watching right now. It's very exciting. Okay, there we go. Yes. All right. So if you see on Twitter, if you guys have access to your Twitters, you can share the live video from my account. And then because there's people asking about it and they're not going to my account, which was the whole purpose of this thing, was to get them to come to me so that my follower count could grow. Okay, so first we have some housekeeping that we have to take care of before we just get into the general merriment. One is we have deemed this a Santa safe zone. First of all, if you're a parent letting your child watch this, what's wrong with you?
What you mean to say is that this is not a family event.
It's not a family event,
However, it's a Santa safe zone
but it's a Santa safe zone.
in case anyone's in the background.
Exactly. And then secondly, as you know, Room Raider is lurking right now as part of this event. And honest to God, has said to me earlier today, will be quite vicious. So they're going to tag you and you'll see it in Twitter. And yeah, Anthony, you're screwed.
And
Just ask Jeb
Adam's
Bush.
just got rid of his background people. He's like, we'll just do a nice.
I don't even understand Room Raider. I shouldn't say that out loud because now I'm going to get it.
Why would you say
That
that?
was
I
really
don't.
messed up.
I don't
Not
understand.
a smart move.
I know,
Like
but what?
biblically?
I guess they're going to be rating what my environment is like this.
Come on, Adam. I
do
can
you
only
know?
carry you so far. What's happened?
What happened to Matt O'Brien's laptop?
What's going on
Or
now?
better yet, do we really want to know?
Keith
No, we don't. No.
Can we
He's-
ignore that box instead?
Hey, Keith's here as well. Hey, Keith, how's it going?
Hey, Keith.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. I was just doing some housekeeping, and I want you to know that this is a Santa safe zone in case there are any younger ears in the background. If there's some terrible
Stuart, so
parents.
it looks like we're streaming up on it's okay on Twitter, right? I just retweeted your tweet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 3 dogs with me here, but no other children.
Are any of them? Do they still believe?
No, you're going against your.
I'm
whole
talking about
thing.
I'm talking about the dogs because they should.
And do you call them fur babies?
No, I would not reduce myself to that.
Cheers.
But
Can't imagine.
they are. Hi, Karen. They are very much my children, and probably the closest to children I will ever get, and that's a good thing for mankind.
Well, on that note, cheers. Cheers to you. Cheers.
I have my bucket of water down here. It's out of reach.
Fantastic.
Oh, Matt's going totally green screen pro.
Yeah.
Look out!
Green
Oh, this
screen,
is-
everybody. Hang
Look
on.
out! He is the man. This is it right now. I can't wait.
It's not going to be
So-
as exciting as you're building it up. There we go.
Oh, that's
So
not
for
fair.
those who
Man,
don't
that's
know,
not
you
fair.
can click on the chat link at the bottom of your screen, and that'll open up the chat. You'll get to see all the attendees who are chatting, and it's live streaming out to Twitter and to Facebook and to ChristmasWishTree.com as well, which is why we're here. So for all of you guys who are attending and watching, ChristmasWishTree.com is a super simple idea I had this year to put together a site that would be a listing of Amazon wish lists for women's shelters and second stage housing. Dear God, hang on. Yes, we all know Amazon sucks. We get it. However, the idea is, how can I do good and be drunk at the same time? And this was the easiest way to do it. So we have over 30 listings there, and it's very targeted giving. It's like literally like if some kid's staying in Chicago or some kid staying in Victoria, BC, is in a shelter and they want blah, 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 whatever item, that's the item they have chosen. And it's exactly what you can buy for them. And it gets shipped directly to the shelter itself for that kid. It's phenomenal. It's really, really great. And I got some great news today. I've had a couple of shelters, but one today who sent a picture back of all the parcels they've got from their wish list. They were one of the first people to sign up, and they've gotten tons of their wish list stuff already. So they're overjoyed. So it's really working. There's about 1,200 to 1,500 people a day so far visiting the site who are going to buy stuff, which is great. So we're going to try to boost that and get many more. We have more shelters coming in as well from the UK. We've got 3 more coming in from the UK, hopefully this weekend, and 1 coming from up north here in Canada as well for First Nations, which would be great. So,
Hey, Stuart,
yes.
just a quick little tip, because I just went through the process of going into
I was
Amazon.
kind of in an emotional flow there, Amber, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell people, because when they go to actually buy something and they're in their Amazon account, it often will default to your own shipping address, and you have to go down and choose the shipping address of the shelter or organization that you want to donate to, because they've already put that in. So you have to select that. So I'm just saying that because a little hiccup that may throw people off. So
you're totally right. I appreciate that, Amber. Thank you. And if you want to just run this show, that's fine.
She will.
No, it's true. I actually had someone email me like 2 hours ago saying that they didn't have the shipping address, and Amazon, for whatever reason, buries the shipping address in your other address book sort of sections at the bottom. So you have to look for the wish list one with the address that's hidden, and you click that, and that's where the stuff gets sent.
In the cart or before the cart? Because I'm in my cart right now, and I'm looking at.
Keep going.
Okay.
Do you where it says delivery, like your delivery options?
Yeah.
Click on that. Then read out your home address.
Well, what's the last 3 digits of your CVC?
That he lives in the cash cab?
Yes.
So Brent and Blair, if you don't know, Adam was the host of Cash Cab Canada and is an icon here in Canada.
Oh.
So
And is
Honored.
probably on TV for 15 hours a day still in Canada, I would guess. At least.
I get more fan mail than 8 seasons. Maybe Jonathan can relate to this. I get more fan mail from 8 seasons of Cash Cab for the 73.5 seconds that I was in the pilot episode of season 1 of the Umbrella Academy.
Wow.
That was awesome, by
That
the way.
was
Good job.
you?
In the very opening scene, everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe you're going to be in this great series." I was like, "Well, no."
Here in
You're
the
the one who
US,
got that.
here in the US, the host was Ben Bailey. Do you have like a rivalry with him since you're the Canadian host?
No, Ben is actually the U.S. version was on the air for about 3 seasons before we started in Canada. So I really was like not making a point of not watching Ben because I didn't want to try to be Ben. And so he's just hilarious and fantastic. And I got put through the ringers, and I won't belabor the Cash Cab stuff. But after we did season 1 here, I was flown down to New York to do 1 episode of the U.S. version because Ben wasn't available. And when that aired, the people were like, "Get that guy off of there!" And I was like, just filling in for a second, folks.
Chris in the chat
Adam, I
is saying that
hosted
he was
Wipeout Canada after 5 seasons had been on in the States. America had its own version of the course, and all other countries used the one in Argentina. So it'd been on in the States for 5 years, and Wipeout Canada was like, "Watch out for the Sobeys bag full of air." Our courses were so underwhelming that people were like, "This is stupid." Those are some tough shoes to fill.
I'm
looking
looking
at
at
Brent and Blair. Sobeys is a grocery store here in Canada. I'll translate all night.
Please just say
Thank
Kroger
you.
whenever you guys say that.
Universal.
Sorry, so I'll continue. So the Room Raider people are going to be vicious. They will be tweeting. They'll tag you,
Stop
special
talking
guests.
about it.
I'm sorry, but you can take up your complaints with them and at Jeb Bush. I think that'll be the way to go. I wanted to thank you guys, especially the special guests, for being here because I admire all of you greatly, and it's super fun to get a weird, diverse group of people hanging out together and chatting because I like you, and you must have one sort of common thread. I don't know what that is, but it's probably something good. But thank you very much. I just want to say that. I did want to mention as well, though, that you're in really good company I actually asked and have for some reason somehow connected with Henry Winkler. And so I asked Mr. Winkler if he would be interested in popping in, and he said, "Hey, no," but like in the nicest way possible, though. So he was like apologetic, and I was like, "You're the Fonz. You don't have to apologize to me."
That's why I'm here.
That's how I list it. I think in everybody's mind, it's the Fonz, Keith Olbermann. And then
Totally.
Adam Groh is after that, probably.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so the other thing I want to mention as well was the to people who are all freaking out over Amazon. Obviously, shop local, support your local businesses if you can. Absolutely, your local toy drives and food drives and all that kind of stuff. Do that. Then, when you're half cut at home, do this. It's easy, and you can do a lot of good. Club Coffee. They make all the coffee for like a whole bunch of brands and stuff like that, as well as their own coffee. They sell in the States as well as Canada, but they're a Canadian company. They're actually doing Fuel the Heroes campaign where they're giving coffee, like crazy amounts of coffee to frontline people. So it could be places like shelters or fire departments or grocery store clerks or whatever. Just giving them it's a ridiculous amount of coffee. It makes you want to never drink coffee again. It's it's backfiring probably on them as far as a marketing thing goes. But they are actually going to be giving Optimism Place and Emily Murphy Center, Americans, not that Emily Murphy, the Emily Murphy Center, they're going to donate coffee to those guys this week where they're going to get crazy amounts of coffee. So if you have Fuel the Heroes ideas, places you want to nominate, do so. Send them to me. I'll put them in the mix, and Club Coffee can maybe send them. And that goes to the attendees as well in the chat as well. Club Coffee might hook them up with tons of coffee. They're giving away 2 million or 2 billion?
Million.
11
million. 11 billion cups of coffee or something. So that's that.
Shannon, does Stuart often exaggerate? Just curious.
I love how Shannon's sitting there just with all of the notes to correct everything you say.
We got to fact check this thing. I thought that's why Keith was here.
I asked Daniel Dale, and he said, "Hey, no." He's doing the A thing now. So
is Matt O'Brien on a loop?
Are you alive, Matt?
Nope.
No, he's gone now. He's gone.
Moving.
He's fine. He's breathing. He's fine. Okay, so I just ask a couple of questions, and then Gurdeep, I know you have to teach class soon. Is that right?
Yeah, I've be teaching a class soon, but before I go, I would love to do a little dancing with all.
Oh my God! If you want, do you want to do it now?
Please.
Oh, yeah, we can do now.
Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds great.
Let's do it.
Okay. First, let me know if you hear my music because I just started something new.
That's pretty loud. That's perfect.
Better.
There you go. Can't hear you, Gurdeep. There we go. That was it?
Thanks for coming out. Good night, everybody.
Little trailer. I have to fix something and then.
Okay. You fix what you need to fix. We're going to ask the first question. I want to know from our special guests and the people in the chat what your weirdest family holiday tradition is that your family doesn't think is weird. So, for example, my dad, for decades, would hide my Christmas gift somewhere and then leave a trail of clues to my gift. It was always the gift. And he would hide these cards, and and it would take an hour. And it sucked the joy right out of Christmas. But I felt everyone went through this, and I mentioned it, and it was apparently not what everyone else does. Stuff like that. Anything?
I have one. This was a tradition that got worse and worse every year. My birthday is January 27th. So my father attempted to make the Christmas tree double as some sort of event tree for my birthday. We had one great tradition, which was we did not put the tree up until Christmas Eve. We had that old fashioned, you can't do it till the night before, which is lovely and panicky, especially if somebody like me, when I was 8 years old, gets a splinter in his heel the size of a toothpick. But you know, that was the good one. But the bad one was the tree stayed up. When I was very young, it would stay up till January 27th, and we'd have my little party, and then that night we'd take the tree down, put everything away, and throw it out. And then gradually it started to bleed into February. And then the last year before I was in college, I swear the thing was still up on March 15th. I think St. Patrick's Day. So that, and it was like, well, you know, it's a tradition. And of course, it wasn't actually a tradition. It was just laziness. But it became a tradition that escalated by 1 or 2 days every year over the course of a decade or more.
But did you feel like that other people had birthday trees as well? Did you think, well, sure, everyone does?
No, I thought they had Christmas trees that they kept in place until my birthday.
Until their
your birthday. That's what I thought the tradition was. I had a rather large view of myself as a child. I don't know if any of that has continued into my adult. Yeah, actually it has. But it was more pronounced then until I sort of encountered the real world after they stopped locking me in the basement for several months at a time. That's comedic effect. Sorry.
I see that the Buttercream Dream has arrived in the chat. Hey, Corey, how's it going, man?
Hello.
Yes.
Am I having to follow Keith Olbermann right now? What's happening?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. That's right. You got Keith Olbermann and Room Raider. You're screwed, Corey. You're screwed.
Corey,
no.
you can't be in front of a green screen. Half your clothes are green.
It's
like the Queen.
Well, are y'all gonna make something happen back here? Because I can move. It's just this is where my ring light is. I just learned about green screen, so I'm real proud of it, and I want everybody to know that, hey, look at me, I'm moving up.
Fantastic. Is
Happy
anyone else
holidays,
concerned?
everybody.
Happy holidays. Yes, cheers, Corey. Cheers. Cheers.
Like Secret Deep's ready.
So
I like how Shannon
first,
was whispering, and it's like we can all hear you.
I know. She says, Gurdeep's ready.
Stuart, your fly's down.
I was trying to point and he wasn't looking.
She's
so.
floor directing. Gurdeep, are you ready? Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Do it, man.
Can you hear me?
Punch it, Chewy.
Okay, folks, let's get up.
Okay.
If you can.
All right. I will. Nobody else has to. I'm gonna get up. Amber can totally get up. Look at Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hainsworth is up. That's good. Look at all these other people here. Oh, Jonathan's up too. That's good.
Or he's leaving.
He's just leaving. Jonathan just left.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready. Gurdeep's taught me once before.
Oh Lord.
This is a lot.
This is a lot to do.
Amber,
No,
yeah.
I just pulled a hamstring.
Stuart, you're looking good.
I can't do it. I can't do it, Gurdeep. I can't do it.
Oh my God.
His floor is more solid than ours, I think.
I know. You can. All I can hear is our floor.
I could hear that too, Stuart.
Thanks, Anthony, for nothing. Look at this.
Anthony, you should be learning this to teach your kids. This will tire them out.
That's right.
I
It's where
think
TV
that
is
I would
going.
probably fall down if I tried that.
Look at Hainsworth go. Hainsworth's the only one that's committed to this.
He is committed. I'm
There's
kind
no
of tethered
spins.
to a bunch of wires, so I realized that as soon as I stood up, it was not
Well,
working.
Any
Are
excuse?
you in a Hallmark movie? That looked amazing.
This is awesome. I can't imagine having the energy to do this that long.
Wow.
No, he's still going.
And
He's
now
going to be there for a while.
he's going to go teach a class.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Gurdeep will be busy for a while. It's fine. Does anyone else have a weird family holiday tradition?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But mine isn't one that one would assume everyone else did, because not everyone has this nose.
We don't need to brag.
My grandfather called it a
Oh, and
Roman
there's
nose.
Gurdeep. Yay!
Sorry, let's have a clap for Gurdeep. He has no idea we moved on.
We'll just pretend it didn't happen. We were watching you the
Thank
whole
you,
time,
Gurdeep.
Gurdeep.
That was great, Gurdeep.
That was amazing.
So sorry, go ahead, Michael, go ahead.
Right, so you got this Roman nose. It's Roman all over my face. So, the entire family had this nose, right? So we all wore Keith Olbermann-style glasses with the fake Groucho Marx noses, even though we didn't need them because we already had them, and kazoos. And all of our Christmas music was done on kazoo with a Groucho Marx glasses and nose. Every year.
That's just abuse. That's not a tradition.
That's more like a cult.
We didn't have matching running shoes. That's the only limitation.
So I want to say in the chat here, Alex says that I'm one of 8 children, and every year my mother would leave one of our presents away from the others, thinking they had nothing. Thought it was funny. Wasn't. That's awful.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
That is awful.
Oh.
She'd do it every year. You'd think that you catch on.
I think that's why they just mix it up enough. Everyone's like, I don't care if my sibling doesn't get a present, whatever.
I like how Blair took a sweet sort of, longing story and just turned it into a deeper insult.
No, it's not a sweet story.
Poor kids were abused and a little dumb.
It's your fault. No, that sucks. I'm sorry. Bye, everybody.
Is anyone else concerned about Matt O'Brien?
Generally?
Yeah.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can kind of hear you.
You're
yeah.
there.
Yeah, there you are.
We just keep waiting for the dog to walk through the background.
Very bad internet.
Oh,
Is
because we can see you moving.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what's happening, man. I'm messed up. Oh wait.
Are you in Fraser's house?
Maybe
That's
Fraser came home. Like, I don't know what's going on
I
here.
know. I broke into this guy's apartment in Seattle, and
It's a nice apartment.
I don't know what's happening.
I can smell the chair from here.
I got freaked in Newfoundland, and when I woke up, I was here. I had a little Canadian humor for you.
I don't get it.
Hey, do you want like a Christmas story?
Tell us the Christmas story.
Let me tell you, we tried to get a tradition going, me and my family. My uncle makes his own Baileys. You know Baileys?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you're going to love this. I made it myself. It's Baileys, but I made it. And we had it. It was good. But that Christmas night, he's like, we're going to have this every year. It's going to be the best. But that Christmas Eve, me and my dad had such bad diarrhea from it all night. Like, it was the worst Christmas Eve ever. Like, we were lined up. We were like do-si-doing to the bathroom all night. It was a nightmare. And I'm like, this is not going to be a tradition, I think. Diarrhea all the time. You ever had diarrhea on Christmas Eve? It's like the worst night.
A Hallmark movie?
Yeah.
Well,
so
Matt, we're glad that you spoke up.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm waiting for my moment, you know?
It was
All right,
worth
I'm moving
waiting
on.
for. 37 minutes in.
I'm moving on to the next question. What's the worst gift you've ever received?
Homemade Baileys.
If someone... And if someone has a heartwarming story in the chat, please tell it so Blair can make fun of you.
Oh my God.
I don't know why you thought that was
I have a
heartwarming.
good one for worst gift ever.
Yes.
A family member gave me a plastic bag full of all the hotel soaps from all the incredible hotels they had stayed at over the course of the past year.
Oh my God. That's
So
a
it was
PEI
like-
story.
Yeah, it was like memories of vacations I never got to take. And tiny little soaps, like the kind that when you drop, they break into 1,000 pieces. There were like 32 of them.
Wow. That's terrible. It was from a friend?
I was from a family member.
A family member.
Yeah.
When I was in, I think I was in either middle school or freshman year of, hey, this is Corey. What's going on, everybody? Either middle school or freshman year of high school, when you're like at your most awkward with like both your body and you just start to stink a lot. So like I was having to do a lot of, prep to even look like a normal person going to school anyways. And this old lady at our church gave all the kids, she gave all the girls a present and all the guys a present. It was the same thing. And she was like that old lady at the church. I'm from Blair may be the only person here that understands this. I'm from the South. So like, it's a big Southern Baptist thing. Like there's a church, every stone's throw. So we had the church lady, and she was the church lady who she was really sweet, but like if she brought green beans to the potluck, you don't go near this lady's green beans because she's got a bunch of cats. And she gave me a leather. I'm in 8th grade. She gave me a leather hat, like a leather hat that looked like the one that you remember Mr. Slave from South Park. Like it looked, it was that type of hat. And I was just like, oh, thank you, Miss Glenda. Appreciate you. And my mom was like, no, you have to wear that this week. And I had to walk. I had to walk around for like a week of Christmas wearing my little Mr. I looked like what was it? What was the YMCA people?
YMCA the whole time.
The whole week. Yes, Brent, that was it. That was it. Just a sweaty, stinky 8th grader trying his best wearing Mr. Slave's hat. So that's probably the worst gift I ever got.
One of my favorite John Mellencamp lyrics. Just a sweaty 8th grader trying to make his way in Mr. Slave. Oh God, Matt's turning it up.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh, make it stop.
I loved you in The Invisible Man.
Nice.
Every year, my mom was a single mom every year, and
Guys are terrible.
It's okay. She's fine with it. But we of course we'd never had any money, so I always would ask for things and then get the bootleg versions of that. So I remember one year I got gas station Power Rangers. They weren't Power Rangers, but it was like Power Team, Yeah. And then one year I got a Pokemon shirt, but the Bulbasaur, who we all know is supposed to be green, was pink. Then people are like, why is your Bulbasaur pink? And I'd be like, oh yeah, she got bleached just on the Bulbasaur. The lines of it. So
Blair, did you want to make fun of that?
Yeah, I'm generating something in my head. Well, I was poor too, Brent, so I understand. We'll let Brent
probably
get
had the
past.
same toys.
We probably did have the same toys. Oh, poor Bulbasaur.
So tell me what. Sorry, go ahead, Blair. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask Brent if it was that thing from Digimon, and that's a conversation we'll have after this. Actually,
that's different than Pokemon.
It's different than Pokemon. Yeah,
we'll talk off mic about this because I got words.
Okay.
What's the worst gift you've ever given?
I
can tell you what mine is.
Bootleg Pokemon shirt.
I gave my girlfriend one year a budgie.
A what?
That's like a budgiegreer, like a little bird.
That's saying the
What's it
longer
called
name.
in America?
A budgie.
Budgie.
It just didn't seem like such a terrible
parakeet?
gift that they couldn't believe that.
No, it's a
Oh,
whole
no,
different
parakeet's a fancy budgie.
What's the word in
No, I
American?
had no idea what you're
What's the word
talking
in
about.
American?
I'm gonna
Did she want the
Hamburger.
bird? Like, so
budgie,
did she
like-
want the bird?
Oh no, she
Oh, I
didn't want
see.
it. No, and her family didn't want it either. No, it was, and luckily we got divorced. So her family ended up keeping the
She
budgie.
got the bird.
Yeah.
It
I
says
mean, that-
online it's a seed-eating parrot. Is that true?
What do you call?
Wow.
What do Americans call budgies?
See, this is a
I
good
think
question.
we call them budgies. I just have never heard of it.
I haven't either. So
It's a seed-eating parrot.
These
So
I feel
parrot.
it's
Parrot, yeah.
Seed-eating.
I feel it's because they're like 10 years younger than us.
Yeah.
I think they went out of
All
fashion.
birds
Everyone
eat
used
seeds.
to have
I'm
them.
sorry, isn't that, don't all birds eat seeds?
You want me to
Robins
Google?
are carnivorous.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they eat worms.
Yeah.
That's right.
Carnivorous makes it sound more exciting though.
Yeah,
I want to know, since
eat your
Jonathan
flesh.
got one of the worst gifts given to him, what is the worst gift you ever gave to somebody? Did you give it back? Did you give something
intimacy?
back?
I don't know if that can be considered a gift.
They just
I
certainly
pride
didn't think
myself
so.
on giving good gifts. I don't think I would cop to giving a terrible gift. Maybe some recipients would beg to differ. I don't know. I once gave a DVD of, remember when Keith Olbermann played the Fonz in Happy Days Christmas? I once gave that DVD.
Yeah.
My favorite episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Often
It was in
overshadowed
the
by the
Red
Star
Dot
Wars.
DVDs at Toby's.
Yes, exactly.
I was the shark in that episode. I was.
Tara, what horrible gifts have you given?
Crabs.
Oh,
No.
How do I
That was
mute
a
her?
free gift, right?
How do I mute her?
The truth is, well, I come from kind of a multi-denominational family. So my mom's side did Christmas, my dad's side did Hanukkah, and both my parents are Buddhists. So we did a weird winter solstice thing that I think the Buddhist community made up to kind of satisfy the kids who weren't celebrating Christmas. So we had like a king and queen of Shambhala Day, we called it. So I had a weird mishmash, and I'm not sure if I have kind of blocked a lot of the memories out because I can't remember any gifts I was given or I gave. So I think it's just been it's a whirlwind of a weird time.
That's not a shining example of the kind of person you are, Tara.
No, the crabs thing is a joke.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that part. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, now there's somebody at my door. Saved by the bell, as they say.
Maybe it's the test results.
I'd like to point out a comment. I'd like to point out something in the chat here. I once sucked up both of my brother's canaries up a Hoover.
Vacuum cleaner? Hoover vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them in a while. That's awesome.
I mean, not for the canaries.
Poor birds. Look, man, I'm from the South, dude. Like that's just whatever. 2 birds died. It was a vacuum.
So there's no
birds, one
budgies.
vacuum.
There's no budgies or Hoovers in the South. There's no budgies or Hoovers in.
Exactly. But it is the same person that said about the parents hiding the gifts from individual children that said that. So it's Alec who said that. So again,
I wonder if my kids are going to have the same experience as you, Tara, because we've got the mixed bag happening in our house. I'm married to a Catholic woman, and I've had plenty of Christmas experience now, but I'm still not very good at it. So our only tradition is we have to wait till the Hanukkah party is over before the Christmas tree grows up or goes, decorated, trimmed, I guess. That's what happens. And so we've got Hanukkah and Christmas, and my parents are flat earthers. So it's a really interesting.
No, they're not. Really?
No, honestly, I mean, I kid about the kind of, blocking out memory. It's actually, I got to celebrate kind of everything. So I didn't get the extra presents or anything, but it was fun. Like I really appreciated having this sort of Jewish culture with my grandparents. And then in my house, I have an 11-year-old daughter who's right over there. She didn't really hear the crabs thing, nor does she know what it is.
Let's keep talking about it.
So we do Christmas in this house, but no, it's a lovely time of year, no matter what.
See, I like your story because having grown up, we always celebrated Christmas when I was growing up, but neither side of my family were religious, so religion was never part of any of Christmas for my family. But so I totally get that idea that everyone else is celebrating something. So create a way to celebrate. I like that.
Shannon's family would do a human sacrifice.
Hey, Adam,
You're
Bob's
next.
got a suggestion for you. Flat Earth Christmas. He calls that a great TV special. That sounds like an excellent idea.
That's not bad, actually. Bob's got some good ideas. A question for everyone here, the special guest, eggnog or cider?
Cider.
That's
Cider.
Cider.
Yeah.
Cider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
I go nog.
Either.
I go the nog.
How many
You go with the
nogs have to
nog?
die every year for this holiday?
Too many.
Here's another question mainly for the Canadians. Do you call it, when you get some eggnog, if you should get eggnog from the fridge, do you call it chicken milk or lait poulet? See, here in Canada, all the stuff's labeled in French and English. And chicken milk is essentially the direct translation of lait poulet, which is what they call eggnog. So eggnog is called lait poulet, which is chicken milk, which is pretty funny.
The joke doesn't get old in our house.
No, it doesn't. Candy canes or those cheap Christmas cookies?
Candy canes.
Candy canes, yeah.
Really?
Neither.
I don't like those
What?
cookies.
Wait
Like
a
the
minute.
I
popcorn.
don't really like it. Yeah.
The popcorn's good.
When we
What
were
do you
kids,
mean?
we got the chocolate ornaments. Did you ever get the chocolate
Yes,
ornaments?
the
as a kid?
hollow Santas.
And so, yeah,
All
so
the
like
Santas, yeah.
Well, the
the
Santas.
tree was decorated like when you first put it up, and then by Christmas time, like all of the decorations from like 3.5 feet lower were gone.
I've gone through 3 advent calendars this week. So
I was just gonna say it's got to be like 2 days till Christmas because that's what my advent calendar says.
I see that Tice says candy canes. Chris says cheap cookies. Nicole's an eggnog person. That's good. Bob's eggnog. Charity's moose milk.
What?
That
What?
sounds like something Tara would know about.
How do you milk a moose?
Ask Tara.
Very carefully.
Very careful.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's a larger question. Favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard, hands down. Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation.
I'm with
Without-
Corey.
Great one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
number
with that,
2.
Yeah.
Holds up too.
Like the
Black
Santa
Christmas.
Claus with Tim Allen. And Jim Carrey.
Yes,
Do you?
I love that movie.
it's great.
It's awesome.
No
Do you
one's
want to
saying.
talk? You-
No one's saying Elf.
I was gonna
Elf's
say
great.
I'm gonna say Elf, and I shocked myself that I love that movie. I think it's my favorite Christmas movie.
Thanks for the cat butt.
Christmas Story.
A nice woody
Aw.
Chardonnay, and then puts on Angela's Ashes on VHS.
Second place is Muppet Christmas Carol. I think as a criminally
Oh,
underrated movie.
yeah.
Criminally
I
underrated.
agree.
Yeah. I don't think Keith isn't agreeing with any of this stuff. What's your
Story.
which one? Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Is that
That's
the
the
one with the
BB
kid?
gun and the
Shoot your
Yeah.
eye out.
shoot your
I've
eye
never
out.
seen that.
Never
Oh, my
seen it.
goodness. No, it's absolutely.
How did you
worth it.
escape it?
I would. Yeah, I
Or
would.
Canadian, I
So
think.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I
You
feel
see,
it's less of a thing here.
it's TBS that shows it.
24
400
hours.
No, it's 24 days now in a row. Certainly at least 24 hours, and then you're looking at it one moment and it's the middle of the night, and suddenly it's the middle of the afternoon, and you've been locked into the thing. But yeah, like It's a Wonderful Life. You can't
Right.
enjoy it after the first 100 viewings.
You ever stick your tongue on a pole?
Yeah, it's a really good film, and the first time I ever saw it, there's at least 2 scenes in there that happened to me when I was a kid, and I was like, they were following me around. I knew they were following me around.
Now I see Sue is saying Charlie Brown. That's
I find that weird because they did a thing here like there's an amusement park here in near Toronto called Canada's Wonderland, and it's like a real discount version of a theme park. And it's when they did their big thing, they were like, oh, we're gonna have the Charlie Brown characters, and everyone was like, who?
that was their rebranding 10 years ago.
I
That was
know.
their new yeah.
All the kids love Snoopy.
Stuart, I have to tell you that only Jonathan will appreciate this, but it's nothing as bad as. Do you remember Santa's Village, Jonathan, in Prince Edward Island?
Oh,
Of course.
This is
I
like
spent a week there one afternoon.
the worst place on earth. It's so creepy. You walk around, and I don't know if it's even there anymore, but there's all these old weird Santa characters. It's in the woods. You pay a significant amount to walk through it, and it's like a horror show.
It was
Kara's
also
making
a
sure.
summer destination, right? It was a place that people would pay money to go in the summertime. I don't even know if it was open in the winter, was it? It's in North
I don't-
Rustico.
Well, nothing really is open on the island in the winter. So yeah, that's probably
Right.
true.
Well, they had the same thing in Bracebridge, Ontario. Here, they had Santa's Village here. We went, and it was a summertime thing. Yeah, you'd go in this because Santa's busy in the winter, right? So
Oh, of course.
Don't look at me. I was not part of that.
you don't.
And
no
why?
child-
And why is Santa's Village in Bracebridge?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Trivia, Mr. Cash Cab.
Because there's
It
nothing
is
else in
Santa-
Bracebridge.
Oh, there you go.
Go on.
Something to do with the parallel. It's between the equator and the North Pole, exactly.
Like equidistant.
When you were on Cash Cab, did you
thought that
follow up
was
questions
Hyde
with
House.
something like? It's something like this.
No, I just had another.
Sorry.
Another drink.
Are you taking
What's
shots?
what's the best? No, I'm gonna move to the next question. What has changed about the holidays for you this year because of the pandemic and stuff? What's the biggest change for anybody?
Did anyone used to do a lot of traveling and is now doing none?
Yeah,
Matt-
I used to go to Iowa every year with my wife because that's where her family's from. So, hell yeah. Just kidding. I mean, I would rather be. It's bittersweet.
Well, that was my next question. What's the worst part of the holidays this year compared to what's the best part? And you might have answered both of those questions. Anybody else have like the best? What's going to be the best part of the holidays this year, even though it's so weird?
I know this is getting kind of sentimental, so Stuart, you may want to put the earmuffs on.
I cry easily. That's why she's saying
That's
that.
why I say that. But it's funny. We have always gone down to Florida for Christmas to see my parents every year since our son was born, and I'm really sad that we won't be able to see them this year. But it will be the first time that we're ever having Christmas in our own house. So even though my son is 11, that's kind of special. We put up a tree, and I've really been enjoying that process. And of course, I miss the rest of my family. It's the first time I've not been with them, but I think that's kind of a nice thing that's come out of it. It's a special time for us.
It's really sweet. Yeah.
That is nice. I like how Chris put the fireplace up as you were doing that speech. You gave him like the nod. You're like, Chris, it's our moment.
And by two, take two.
Right? I know. He's just like, he's drinking beer and switching over there. So who knows what can happen.
Fantastic.
And by three, take three.
Bob says no weird uncle, which is good. Nicole says I get to eat all of my Christmas baking this year. Patty has got a good point. You can drink and not have to drive home. I like the not drinking and driving risk, which is good. Sandy's got money since she started her new job this year. That's good. We were talking about, I know who Sandy is because she watches our live stream on Fridays. And let me bring this to you guys just as a side question. So we have a segment on our show called Feel Good Friday, and people tell stories about nice things that people did for them this previous week or nice things that they did for people this week. And Sandy said, I've been doing so much work at this other branch that my boss gave me a cash bonus. Sandy works for a bank. Does that seem suspect to you? If you work for a bank, you get a cash bonus? No?
I don't ask any questions.
Is she the only one who got it?
Maybe. That's the implication I got.
Does she get little stocking stuffers in the form of tiny pencils?
Well, yes. She just takes those on her own, though. She doesn't wait for them to be given to her.
I think the more questions you ask about this, the more suspect it's going to look. So stop asking questions.
Don't rat her out.
Yeah, I probably.
Christmas hasn't happened yet.
Okay, sorry, I won't. She just started the job a little while ago. I won't ruin it.
Pick any of the pens and get.
Well, yeah, exactly. On chains.
Security device.
Name the bank. What's the bank?
Sandy, if you're in the chat, don't name the bank.
Oh
Dear
my
God, don't
Sandy,
name the bank.
do it.
What's the transit
Blair's a
number?
fellow American. She's like, this could be my money.
We're desperate. That's what I am. Desperate.
Okay, here's another question for you guys. How much is too much to spend on a gift for someone?
Depends
on someone.
Like,
are we talking
depends on
father
who
or a spouse?
Yeah.
Well, let's break it down. Let's say for a friend. For a friend, how much is too much? And I mean, there's
like a good friend.
Yeah, like a good friend.
Like romantic history with a friend.
I'm with
You and I have never
Hainsworth.
been that close, Michael.
I'm with you, Hainsworth. I heard that comment.
Yeah, I don't have any friends, but I wouldn't buy them gifts.
Alex
Yeah, I
is
think it's a
200
sliding
pounds.
scale.
Yeah.
Bob says depends on the sex, but I don't know if he means gender or if he means.
If the sex is good, better gift.
Quality. Yeah.
It's kind of like a tip.
I always
not
get
even gonna
weirded
go with
out
that.
when my friends give me because there's no set rules. Like, you ever just have that friend that y'all have never exchanged gifts before in your whole life, but for some reason they just decided to give you a gift out of nowhere. And I know that's a very nice thing, but all it does is fill me with anxiety because I have to be like, oh yeah, yours is at my other house. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting, Corey.
It was Brent. I'm sorry.
It was that jacket.
I'm going to get you a matching Elvira cutout.
we had a friend who was from town here but had moved away and used to pop in to see us just for like an hour when he was home on Christmas, and we never did a gift exchange or anything. And then one year he brought us an expensive bottle of cognac,
What a jerk.
and it was kind of like,
know.
what do I do with this?
We haven't talked to him since.
Yeah, why would you?
My
I have a
first
friend who is the only friend who gives. I think she gives gifts to everybody, but it's awkward for me because I'm not like a card sender. I'm not a universal gift giver, and so. But I always feel like I need to reciprocate, and I've never had the conversation of I'm not really a gift. So I get her a gift every single year.
Well, that's
but it's not really what I'm about,
Yeah.
I see. Patty said in the chat, "What did they buy you the year before?" So that gauges that. Denise says $100 US is too much. See, that's how we determine prices for you Americans. in Canada. So how much? $100? $100 US? Too much. It's too much.
There's a bank.
It used to confuse me when I'd look at the back of books when I'd go to the bookstore, and it was like everything was. Was it more expensive up there or less? I can't remember.
It would be more dollars.
Yeah.
Like, so $5 US would be like $6.75 Canadian.
I already get so confused in the library as it is. Then they had to
got all those big words and stuff.
Yeah, come on.
I got a super creepy Christmas present one year. It was my first job. I was 16 years old and my boss was 28 years old. And if you can picture it, he was like Flanders. He had the big bushy mustache.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave me cologne.
Cologne?
Cologne.
What cologne did he give you?
Was it Matt? Was it Matt that gave you the cologne? It was Matt, wasn't it?
It was a Matt mustache, I'll tell you that much, in 1987.
Now, was he handing that out to everybody or just you?
Just me.
Ooh.
That's really weird.
And then he hit me up on the Facebook the other day for the first time in that 25 years. He said, I really enjoyed the massages you gave me while we worked.
What?
I'm like, I think you're thinking of someone else.
Were you better looking then?
I don't know if it's ever gotten any better, but obviously enough to get Polo cologne from a 28, 27-year-old male.
It was just the spritz or a whole bottle? Or?
It was the whole package. It was like a gift package.
Oh,
wow.
Like the soap and the
the aftershave and
I think he wanted massages.
Like either that or I blocked out the massages and I don't remember that at all.
Did the cologne smell like chloroform at all?
Okay, I'm gonna ask the last question here. Tell me your most embarrassing or regretful moment at a Christmas party, either a work Christmas party or a regular Christmas party or just a Christmas event. Your most embarrassing or regretful moment. This one right here. Yeah. Keith's flashing back to the message going, sure. And he's like, God, how can I untype that? How can I untype that?
Oh, I have to go. My grandmother is on fire. Oh.
We Control Z this whole thing.
I do actually have to go, but it's not. My grandmother died many years ago, so that's not the issue.
Well, that's okay. So if no one's going to jump in with this, I'm going to thank everybody for spending time with us, the attendees and the special guests. Thank you very, very much to everybody. As I said at the start, I'm a huge fan of all of you guys, and I greatly admire you all. Shannon doesn't know most of you. She's kind of grown to like some of you over the.
She's been to my house.
That's true. She's been to your house, exactly.
Yeah. And I've been to Adam's house, see, so I know that. I've been to Amber's house. There you go.
With me, I was there every visit I was there. So everyone else watching, remember to go to christmaswishtree.com if you're not on the site already, and just you can go to the Canada listing, the US listing, or the UK listing. You can find a shelter that's near you, or just pick one at random. Hey, I don't know what you get up to. And you click that link and you go to Amazon. You find something you want to buy or a bunch of stuff you want to buy for people staying in shelters. And then you goes to your cart, you check out, you make sure you choose the right shipping address, which is usually hidden somewhere at the bottom because Amazon are jerks. And you send someone a gift and it saves Christmas. So if you can do that, that's great. Of course, remember to shop local, all that kind of stuff. But do this when you're at home. I sit on the couch. Thank you very much to everybody.
Don't send cologne. Just easy on the cologne.
Well, you never know what you're going to get out of it. So that's
what about massage certificates?
Thank you so much, guys. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody.
Happy
Thank you for having me.